All right, what's up, everybody? Or not everybody, the 2.7 people that actually watch these videos. Um, we got a new motor for the Z, so we're gonna reveal that. I'm gonna clean this garage up. It's a mess. It's embarrassing. So I'll clean the garage up. We'll talk about the motor. We'll reveal what it is. I'm sure the 3 people that know me and watch these videos know what engine's gonna go in this car, but it's really not a surprise. But anyway, we're gonna unload the Z, get it off the trailer, and probably it'll be the last time that Z drives as a stock VQ. So yeah, man, we're gonna jump into it. Think about moving the 240 to my parents' house, just kind of open the garage up a little bit better, and then that kind of helps me with cleaning up the area and the workspace. I really hate to trailer this thing over to my parents. I'd like to just drive it, but I ain't got no plates on it. The plates are expired, but I miss driving this thing. It'd be sick. It looks like rain though, so you know we don't want to get wet with the exhaust showing, so we might just trailer it and I'll put something over the exhaust. And so whatever misfire issue we're having, it's got to be like it's got to be wiring related. There's no way that there's anything wrong with this engine. I'm driving it right now. It's fine. Oil pressure is great. All kinds of power. So it's got to be something in the wiring harness. I don't know, but it just picks and chooses when it wants to run. It seems like it doesn't like to drift. It has something to do with when everything starts getting hot is when you start getting those misfires. So I don't know. Motor's fine, but we got a new one and we spent a bunch of money, so we're gonna swap it anyway, just so we can get over these little issues, because it's costing me track time. So I'll probably sell this motor. I mean, no problem at all whatsoever. Weird. So it was definitely frustrating. We just drove the car, no problem. So I don't know, man. It just picks and chooses when it wants to run. So I don't know. It has to be wiring related. There's no other way to it. I mean, it runs fine. It's done this to me before where it just runs perfect. And as soon as I load this car up to go to a drift event, we'll get there, spend all the money, tires, fuel, load the car up, do the whole ordeal, work on the car for 100 hours, and then it'll just, like, after the 3rd lap, it'll just start misfiring and weird stuff. But then when you bring it home, it runs fine. I mean, we were just out there on the street doing whatever we wanted. And first time this car's moved in months, man. It's just been sitting in the garage. This thing's so much fun. I miss driving it. We're gonna take it around the block real quick. It has no plates on it. I let them expire because I just hadn't been driving the car. So we're just gonna let the fluids run through it real quick for a second. Man, it's the first time this car's seen rain in like probably 8 years, dude. Put that on top there. So all right, no huge surprise, but here's the new motor. So obviously no surprise, good old genuine LS. Yeah, I did just hit a B-roll on a stock LS, nothing impressive, I know. But this came out of a 2002 Camaro, the original engine that came out of the Camaro. Guy just pulled it like a week ago. As you can see, it's a 5.7. LS6 intake. Already has, I think he said 65-pound injectors in it. So this thing's ready to rock. We're gonna throw a cam in it. Like I said, I got the good intake. Put a good choppy cam in it. And I think this thing will be good, man. With the injectors, the 85, a cam, and a tune, this thing should, I don't know, maybe make 400. It's got the, the LS1 241 heads on it. I don't know what these motors make stock, but it was really dirty. I cleaned it up. It was like covered in oil. It looked like this oil pan, but I didn't bother to clean the oil pan because I got to get a swap pan, which should be coming this week. Hence why I cleaned the garage out. Probably gonna go store the 240 somewhere other than here for a couple weeks, so I can effectively have room to tear everything apart and try to do it as quickly as possible. But also we want to take our time because this motor was very expensive. Very expensive. I'm used to like truck junkyard motors, and this is not that. This is very expensive stuff. So I mean, I think these intakes are going for like $700 right now. If you find one used, $600 to $700. I'm not sure what the heads are selling for, but they're probably not cheap. So I mean, bottom end is whatever. We can get a truck bottom end or another bottom end, whatever happens, it doesn't matter. But yeah, here it is, man. It should be a lot of fun. I didn't want to swap the Z. I wanted to leave it VQ and just kind of have like a really cheap running seat time car. But man, that's my roots, just went back to what I know. That's what I know. It's really reliable. It's expensive to get going. I know a lot of people say, oh, you can swap it for this, but once you get everything, it's cheap to maintain. Like I was explaining earlier, if you pop a motor, it's like a couple $100 for a bottom end. And the kind of power you can make with these engines with not a lot of money is the perk, I guess. Not a huge V8 guy. Some of them sound cool. Some of them I think are obnoxious. But the LS stuff's great. Like I said, my 240 same way. I couldn't afford to do a 2JZ or anything. I always wanted to do a 2JZ and a 240. That was the original plan, but it's too much money. So went back to what I know. Cheap, reliable power. So we also didn't waste no time. Went ahead and got our Texas Speed cam. This is actually the Chupacabra cam. The reason why I chose this is because not only that it sounds ridiculous, it's really cool. Very affordable. This was under $500, I think. And you can use stock Beehive springs. I mean, they're not stock springs, but I think LS6 or Beehive springs you can use. So that was really affordable, as well as just some replacement seals. So very, very affordable. And this thing, you guys can look them up, but it sounds pretty cool. So like I was saying, it's been a very long time since I installed a camshaft. Last one I did was on the 240, and I had help. So this will be probably, we'll just consider this one my first install because I'll be doing it alone, and it's been, I don't know, 5 years, maybe 5-6 years since I put a cam in a motor. So it's pretty simple. Standalone ECU, none other than Holley EFIs. I believe this is the Terminator X. All this stuff came with a harness and everything. Again, very affordable stuff for what you're getting. I just feel like that for the money, you're getting a complete harness labeled with everything, and it's just really good, high quality stuff. There's a few things that suck. I'm gonna lose a lot of my interior Z stuff, but it is what it is, man. So it is Terminator X. Like I said, it was fairly affordable, fairly cheap, and really, when you're running LS stuff, Holley's the only way to go, man. I have it in my 240, and it was just amazing. The tuning stuff is so easy. I mean, really, the only thing we're kind of waiting on is I made a pretty big order with Rock Auto, so like I got all brand new accessories, gaskets, like all kinds of stuff, all kinds of sensors for this thing. I'm gonna fully I want to try to dummy proof this engine, like no problems. All brand new, everything that I can possibly put on this thing, new. I just want reliability, I just want to turn laps. I want to get good driving content. I want to get good driving. I want to practice,